Imagine taking out student loans, money you'll be paying back for decades, only to watch it disappear into a sports betting app within days. Families co-sign these loans, parents dip into savings, and instead of funding an education, the money vanishes into wagers students can't afford to lose. Today on SportsEpreneur, we'll be discussing how student loan refunds are fueling a gambling crisis on college campuses. More than 1 in 5 students admit to using financial aid or loan money to bet on sports. That means billions in taxpayer-backed loans and family-backed debt are flowing straight into betting platforms. College is supposed to be about building a future. Instead, too many undergrads are turning their financial lifeline into high-risk bets. Here's how it happens. Universities apply aid to tuition and fees first. Any leftover funds, called a credit balance, must, by federal law, be refunded to the student. That refund often means thousands landing in a student's account all at once. And once it's there are no restrictions. With a casino in every smartphone, it takes less than 30 seconds to turn loan money into a gamble. The numbers are staggering. A national survey from Intelligent.com found that 21% of students have used loan or aid money to gamble. That's millions of undergrads risking their future with borrowed cash. The University of Buffalo found that 75% of students gambled in the past year, and 10% already meet criteria for gambling addiction, 10 times the national average. Why are college students so vulnerable? The prefrontal cortex, which manages impulse control and long-term planning, isn't fully developed until age 25. Add in social pressure, the stress of academics, and the thrill of instant betting apps, and you've got a recipe for disaster. Many are also handling large sums for the first time. Without financial guidance, they're prone to risky choices. The consequences go far beyond lost money. ESPN reported on a former NCAA athlete who racked up nearly $100,000 in debt, even using food money to place bets. The Chronicle of Higher Education told the story of a medical student who lost thousands in aid and saw his academics collapse as gambling consumed his time and focus. These aren't rare cases. Students who gamble with loan money often cut back on food, miss rent, max out credit cards, and damage family trust. Some even reduce their course loads to preserve betting money. Academically, the impact is obvious. Students check betting apps during lectures, place wagers instead of paying attention, and spend hours researching bets instead of studying. Missed assignments, lower grades, and academic probation are common outcomes. For student athletes, the risks are even higher. NCAA rules prohibit all sports betting, and violations can cost scholarships and eligibility. Parents need to know the warning signs. Look out for sudden requests for money, vague explanations for missing funds, or constant phone checking during games. Mood swings tied to wins and losses, secrecy about finances, or declining grades can all be red flags. Universities were caught unprepared. A University of Maryland study found that only 23% of colleges had published sports betting policies. Some even partnered with sportsbooks until backlash forced them to back away. While a few schools now offer education programs and counseling, most still lack the resources to handle gambling addiction. The mental health side can't be ignored. Nearly 60% of undergrads report overwhelming anxiety, and 40% struggle with depression. Betting becomes an escape, but it fuels a cycle of loss, shame, and deeper anxiety. Addiction hotlines across the country report rising calls from young adults, many tied to sports wagering. So, what can families do? Have honest conversations before college about how aid works and the risks of betting. During college, stay engaged in your child's financial life without being overbearing. If warning signs appear, approach with concern, not judgment, and seek professional help. Systemic changes are needed too. Mandatory financial literacy education, university counseling for addiction, stronger safeguards from betting platforms, and better data collection could all help reduce the damage. At the end of the day, student loans are supposed to open doors, not close them. Allowing them to fuel addiction undermines everything higher education is meant to provide. We're just at the beginning of this issue. How parents, universities, and policymakers respond in the next few years will determine whether we see a generation buried under debt and addiction, or one equipped to navigate betting responsibly while protecting their future. For the full story, visit SportsEpreneur.com, and for more content like this, subscribe to Quiet Loud Studios.